And we're back.
Welcome to Indie Mayhem, the show where indie creators are the guests and the hosts. We're celebrating tonight because this is our 5th show, and that's longer than some celebrity marriages last.
That's true.
So we're gonna enjoy it. But anyway, I'm Ron Lahr. I'm one of your hosts.
I'm RJ Burchett. I'm one of your hosts.
Together, we're your 2 hosts.
Yes.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Now, here's how Indie Mayhem works. RJ and I will take turns asking questions. The contestants will answer, and then we will decide if they get any points or not. It's arbitrary.
Sometimes cruel.
Yeah. Yes, it is. So there you go. We're going to jump right into our show by hearing from a sponsor.
At Synergy Healthcare, we specialize in physical therapy, occupational therapy, massage, and the benefits of yoga. We believe that healing and good health occurs one step at a time. At Synergy Healthcare, we offer an integrated approach to healing and recovery through physical therapy, occupational therapy, massage therapy, and movement. Our practitioners specialize in manual therapy. Take that first step.
Call Synergy Healthcare today about your integrated plan.
And we're back. So let's jump into our first segment. What is the best thing about being an indie creator? In 4 words exactly. Rob?
Self-publishing makes money.
Oh, that's a good one.
It's good. I like it.
Anneliese, what do you have?
Control your own income.
Oh,
I
nice.
feel we're in an MLM pitch here.
Yes. So wait, if I just get 4 of my friends
Right.
to
write a
also
novel,
do it, then I'll
to
be
write a novel.
Yeah, to write a novel, then I'll be a diamond, and I get 1% of everything.
Right.
Anyway, Jim.
I can publish anything.
Oh,
Low standards. I like it.
I mean, a great answer, but also terrifying.
I think they all get a point for that.
Yeah,
Any
definitely.
objection? All right.
All right, that went much better than I was thinking it would. For everybody again, what is the worst movie of all time and why? And we'll start with Anneliese.
This time I have an answer. Starship Troopers.
Ooh.
And why? I've never seen it. Should it be on my bucket list?
When it came out, I actually lived in the city of Detroit, and a friend of mine said that he didn't need to go see it because we live in Detroit.
Okay.
All right, Rob, what do you got?
The Postman, because it's literally Waterworld, but without the water, and came out at the same time.
No, wait. You're telling me a movie about mail is not a good movie?
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
You should see it.
And just to back up a step, The Postman is really Waterworld without water.
Without the water.
Waterworld is Road Warrior with water.
Yes.
The Postman is really Road Warrior.
With mail.
Yeah.
But with mail instead of
Yes.
See, it sounds
excitement.
good. How did they mess it up?
Yeah.
Jim, what do you got?
I'm going to give you the worst film of all time.
Yes.
So bad that I couldn't even make it more than 15 minutes in. And I am an aficionado of bad films.
Okay.
Poultrygeist.
Oh man.
Sounds good.
Sounds
really good.
Sounds really good to hear about to not watch.
I don't know. I'm like,
I mean, the
Poultrygeist.
specters of all the dead chickens in the world all unite to,
Does it rival Hobo with a shotgun?
Oh God, no! It's nowhere near that good
Okay.
or that bad.
I think they all get a point for that.
I think so too. I'm just amazed that people can have these great ideas for a movie and then mess them up.
Yeah.
Because those sounded great.
Who coined the word tintinnabulation to describe the sound made by the ringing of bells? Bells, 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 bells. Anneliese?
Edgar Allan Poe?
That is correct. From the poem, The Bells.
Well,
By the way, there's an opera of that.
I'm glad you guys got
My other answer was Ace Frehley. So
Right.
All right. Who is the only artist to have a #1 album in 6 consecutive decades?
Jim?
Rolling Stones.
Nope.
No. Good guess, though, because they're very
guess.
old and wrinkled.
Yes.
Yes. Anyone else?
Anneliese?
Barbara Streisand.
That is correct.
That is correct.
That is correct.
Ooh.
That is shocking.
Yeah. That.
Question for you each.
It was so good, it knocked her off the internet.
She had connectivity issues. We have secret rules.
We have secret rules
that are all about doing the show remotely.
Does she gain or lose a point for connectivity?
She gets an extra point.
An extra point.
You don't know. There's a
Where's my
multitude.
internet cable?
There's a multitude of things that can happen during this type of show, and you never know on any given episode if it'll be a positive or a negative. But we make out a list for each episode.
Yes.
So congratulations, Anneliese. You got our first secret rule bonus point.
Man,
Question for
A rare honor.
It's true. First time it's ever happened.
That once is very rare.
Question for each of you. What is the worst thing about collaborating? Let's start with Jim.
Playing fair with others.
Oh, that is terrible.
I don't think it's terrible, but I think we learned a lot about Jim.
It's my way. No.
Anneliese?
It's always deadlines and the fact that many people blow right through them.
I love the sound those make as they go whistling by.
Exactly.
Rob, what do you got?
Having to figure out how the cover is going to be made.
All right.
Wow.
I'm just now going through that.
I don't know.
And it's a collaboration with 2 other people, so it'll be interesting.
I would say either we only give Jim a point or we give all of them 1 point and then Jim an extra point. So that either way I get exactly what I want.
All right. Let's do that then.
Everybody
Which
got
one?
1 point. Jim got 2.
Yeah, we don't know. Option A or option B. I guess we'll
Yeah.
find out at the end.
All right. Name my favorite science fiction comedy movie.
Ice
Hitchhiker's
Pirates.
Guide to the Galaxy.
Let's
Jim.
try to raise those hands.
Jim.
Well, since Ice Pirates looks like it didn't work, I'm gonna go with Kroll.
Oh, good wrong answer.
Is that a comedy?
In a way,
I
an unintentional comedy is still a
Kroll
comedy.
is only a comedy based upon how poorly it's filmed. Yeah, so Hitchhiker's Guide is my guess.
Great wrong answer. Anneliese? All right, Anneliese. As a favor to you, Anneliese,
And the world in general.
as a favor to you, I'm going to give you a hint. It stars Tim Allen.
Galaxy
Oh.
Quest?
Yes, that is my favorite science fiction comedy movie, and it
Star
should be
Trek.
everybody's.
Star Trek movies should not count.
Oh,
So raise your book when you recognize what I'm talking about. Johnny Cash's biggest Billboard hit on the Hot 100 drove him crazy in later years. It was written by Shel Silverstein, and he tossed it off on a lark without even rehearsing it.
Jim Nettles.
Ring of Fire, if I remember correctly.
Nope.
You do not.
Damn.
But you're obviously very old. It is understandable.
That was my first concert, was Johnny Cash.
Wow, nice.
Now I'm jealous of your oldness.
Thanks.
Anneliese,
anybody
you
else?
got
He
your
has the
book
gray
out there.
hair.
I would say A Boy Named Sue.
That is correct.
Talking about yourself is the hardest thing to do. I hate it, and I'm good at it. I'd rather talk about anything else, or I'd rather work on my next project. Sometimes you have to talk about you, whether you need to market your job, your company, your project, or yourself. So I'm going to say, let me do that for you. I love building people up. Their projects, I do it all the time. I can say the things you need to say and create something to showcase that to the world. make a marketing package for you, including video, audio, words, and pictures. Or if you just want the video or the voiceover, I can do that too. All my packages are available on the webpage. Click on the link below and visit it now. Just Joshing Advertising, showcasing your projects, your businesses, and yourselves.
And we're back. All right, now it is time to get to know the contestants a little better. And to accomplish that, we've come up with 3 questions we would like you to answer. Where are you? Who is your favorite family member? And what's the dumbest thing you've done in the last month? And we'll start with Jim.
What are those questions again?
Where are you at? Who's your favorite family member? And what's the dumbest thing you've done in the last month?
Well, we're going to start with I'm on planet Earth currently.
Welcome.
Thank you. I'm just getting back. It's been a rough trip. My favorite family member, just in case the wife ever sees this, I guess I ought to say her. And what's the dumbest thing I've done in the last month, other than being here? So let's see. What is the dumbest thing I've done in the last month? Ooh.
30-minute show. Just saying.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking. You said 30. I'm taking 29 of it. That's a really good question because it's hard to gauge what the absolute dumbest thing is I've done. But, as I'm getting stuff ready for Scottish games next weekend here in Charlotte, I just sprayed black rubber all over my arm when I picked up something that had not dried yet. We'll go with that one.
That's a good one. That sounds very dumb.
Good.
Anneliese?
All right. I live right about there. So I'm in Michigan. Yes. I live in Michigan. Question number 2. Boy, I just blanked on it. Favorite family member is my pandemic kitten. And
what's her name and what does she do?
Twig. She's rowdy and she's full of piss and vinegar. And hassles everyone.
And the dumbest thing in the last month?
Slicing open my thumb. Oh.
Wow. Right
and
in
I was
Michigan.
taking the trash out, no less. And I had to get stitches.
Damn.
That's Detroit for you.
Tough city.
That is. It's not even safe to take out the garbage.
Wow. Not even safe to pick the garbage up. I mean, you really just don't move.
I think I remember this Charles Bronson movie.
Right.
Take out the trash.
Yeah, it's either that or a Clint Eastwood.
All right, Rob, what can you share with us?
So I am in my office. My favorite family member will always be my wife. And the dumbest thing that I did this month was not turning on my big light when I have to go down the stairs to put the chickens away at night and thinking, oh, it's not that dark. Then subsequently missing the last step of the stairs and falling and rolling through chicken poop. So, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That is impressively horrible.
Yes. It was.
Wow. So we're starting a new thing this episode. We're going to award a point for the person who we enjoyed their getting to know them answers the most.
I like the idea of Rob rolling in chicken poop.
Me too, so much. He gets a point. Congratulations. We're
Please tell me you were flailing with your wings going. I mean, that's.
Yeah, we made
the
it a
worst
visual.
appetizer you could make. No, thank you.
It's a real shame you don't have footage of that for us to
Yeah.
play. That would have been a great clip.
But it was in the dark, so
We can fix that in post. All right. So next segment.
And we're back.
Now this is a question for everybody. If there was something you really wanted but couldn't afford, would you be willing to sell one of your organs? Rob?
Absolutely not. I like all my parts.
Okay.
All right. Anneliese?
I'd part with my appendix, probably.
Sell your appendix. Okay.
That's a good
We
idea.
can check prices.
That's a good idea. Frankly, she gets a bonus point for that, for which one.
Okay.
Telling us which one. It was a
True.
secret bonus. Jim, pretend you didn't hear that. Your turn, Jim.
Ron, it would be a really tough call, but yeah, I'd be heartbroken about it, but yeah, I'd absolutely sell one of your organs.
Definitely a point. All right. The Big Bang Theory was theorized by what denomination of priest?
Rob?
Jesuit.
Catholic, so I'll give it to you.
Well,
I love
I thought you
science.
meant what denomination of Catholic priest?
There are other kinds of priests.
Yeah.
That we've heard
All
of.
right. Well, I feel like we've mined all of the comedy gold out of that question that we're going to get. So we'll move on to the next one.
All right. This is a question for each of you. What is the most ridiculous thing you've claimed as a business expense? Let's start with Anneliese.
Oh, all of my streaming subscriptions.
Yes, Jim?
Ooh, that's a difficult one. I'm going to say my Loki horns that are behind me.
Oh, gosh. That is great. Rob?
I frequently buy video games for research.
Smart research. Good. Good.
Smart.
I think they all get a point for that.
Indeed. All right. What is the only even prime number?
The only even prime
Rob?
number?
Optimus.
Jim?
It's not 0, but I'm going to say 0 because I've gone blank.
No.
No.
Do you want to guess, Anneliese?
This really and truly would just be a guess. 53?
3 is not the only even prime number. It is 2. So I'm just going to skip all the rest of my math questions, I think, today.
Not the
That
crowd.
would be wise.
Yeah. Never know. There might have been
Probably a good idea.
loose in there.
All right. It's a question for you all, and we'll decide which is the best answer. If at first you don't succeed,
Drink.
Jim?
Jim, drink. Good.
Drink.
Anneliese,
Continue drinking.
continue drinking. And Rob?
Drink again. So you drink again, and then continue drinking.
You're going to give him?
Creditable. Creditable.
All right. That is nice of you. All right. I love gardening. Do any of you love my fascinating, nearly daily Facebook garden pictures? Jim?
Yes.
Will you accept that answer, Ron?
Yes, I accept all ass kissing. It doesn't
point
have to
is-
be sincere or anything. Yeah, I will accept that in the spirit it was given.
Hey, I didn't commented on those photos. I should get a secret bonus point just for that.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
I
a,
have but one
point.
question.
yes,
What social media platform was that?
Facebook. Yeah, the one you read every day to see
Yes, just
the
your
awesome
yeah,
picture.
to look at those ripening tomatoes. Yes,
Yeah,
and that cucumber.
those have both been pictured there, sure, and more.
This is in the category of political correctness gone too far. What is a monkey allowed to throw at you, but you are not allowed to throw at it?
Anneliese,
Feces.
That's correct.
I know, what a bunch of crap that we can't throw back. I mean, we should be able to respond in kind. I mean, like, I get that we shouldn't be able to start it, you know?
That's reasonable. That's
But-
just common sense. But if the monkey starts it, I'm not going back to that zoo again.
The
It's,
man is really, real quick, I would love for you guys to tell us what you do, what you write, what kind of stuff you make. Let's start with Jim.
Oh, well, on the fiction side of things, I write science fiction, urban fantasy, bit of horror, bit of snark, bit of this, that, and the other. On the nonfiction side of things, I write things like business books for authors and creatives and a lot of entrepreneurial stuff and data and privacy and security and blah, 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 stuff that nobody ever cares about. But, until they get hacked and I get phone calls at 3 a.m, little stuff like that.
My question, do you make them buy the book when they call you at 3 a.m?
Oh, no, that costs a much larger check.
Right.
Consulting
about you?
fees directly are related to how much I like you, what time is it, and how big of a fire drill is it really?
Gotcha. All right, Anneliese, what do you do?
I am a publisher of primarily audiobooks, and I'm also an audiobook narrator. On the publishing side, I'm a generalist, so I tend to do a little bit of everything, although it's mostly romance, sci-fi, lit-RPG. On the narration side, I play lots of vampires, demons, succubi.
I'm married to one of those.
Free stuff. Yeah, so a little bit of everything.
How about you, Rob?
I write LitRPG, which is basically science fiction or fantasy, but with actual game stats that go along with it.
Very nice. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you all.
It's now time for our third
And most important,
commercial. Most awesome sponsor, us. It is our book. You get what you steal. And
that looks great.
Today we are going to talk about why
it's straight from Hitchhiker's Guide.
People should buy the book. RJ, why don't you go first?
Well, I'll start. We began the odyssey of writing this book in the late 1980s, and it actually has quite a number of different characters who are gender non-conforming. And I'm really interested, as the book gets out there, what people think of how we handled that subject back in the late 1980s, because views have shifted a lot since then, and I'm curious how well it will stand the test of time. So,
I think we hit it out of the park. I mean, if you want my... All right, my answer to the question why people should buy the book is the title. I think the title is awesome.
it is worth it to buy it just for the title.
Just to own the title, a piece of the title. I think.
But I have a question then. If you get what you steal, what do you get if you buy it?
Well, if you buy our book, you get a tremendous sense of satisfaction and accomplishment, and then you get
not even describable.
Yeah, you get laugh stuff happening later.
What happens if you steal the book though? Because do you then get it?
You do, yeah. I mean, that's self-evident.
Yes.
We need money, so we would like people not to do.
You don't not get what you buy, beg, borrow, etc. So often get those. But.
Yeah.
And don't buy it and then return it online either.
And I hate those people.
Oh, that would be bad.
Yeah. And then also, please like the show, subscribe to the GoIndieNow channel. Pretty please. There, I did it. Sometimes I don't remember to do that. So that was quite an accomplishment.
I'm very proud of you, Ron. I'm very, very proud of you.
I feel good about myself. All right, last segment coming up.
According to Billy Joel, only the what die young? Jim.
I would say good, but that's a word that's hard for me to actually expurgate.
I was really hoping he'd say something racist, like Jews. Only Jews. But
We'll edit it in later. So he will be saying.
Great. It'll be the second time I've been deep faked this week.
Oh, nice. Congratulations. All right. Next question. Back to important business. True or false? I love cars.
Rob?
True.
That
Specifically Porsches.
It was very unfair since he lives in Spokane where we are, and we're neighbors, and we've known each other for years.
So he's seen your collection.
And you drive a different car every time you come over.
I like that. That's my dream.
All right. So can you confirm the rumor that Ron actually has a different Porsche for every day of the year?
He does, but most of them are in the shop.
Oh gosh, it's like a dream.
All right, next question. Jack London said, "You can't wait for inspiration. You have to go after it with Jim."
Doctor's bag. The whole
Doctor's bag. Excellent answer, but wrong.
Ah, damn.
Anybody else?
Rob?
A sport.
Not a cork. You're close. You're close again.
Well,
Very good answers.
They are both Jack London wrote about both those things. You know, sporks and medical base. So, all right, Anneliese, you want to take a shot at it, or
Harpoon?
Harpoon. Also wrong, but I think closest.
by far?
By
the
far.
closest.
Yeah.
So you get a point.
You get a
'cause-
point. And you can't wait for inspiration. You have to go after it with a club. Always
Like a baby seal.
Like a baby seal, yeah.
like a baby seal. That's how we followed it up. And then there was some unpleasantness because
All right.
it was at a wedding when this came up. And
True or false? My wife and I once baked 5 cakes in less than 2 weeks to see which one we like the best.
Jim?
I'm going to say this sounds true.
It is.
It is.
And I'm going to say it wasn't just once, probably. But we do have a cake problem.
There's no
I knew
such
you were
thing as a
baked.
cake problem.
Really?
All right. Whose catchphrase is what? Me worry? Oh, I think Anneliese.
Oh,
had the
Anneliese,
answer
I'm
there.
sorry. I drifted off for a minute.
Again?
Whose catchphrase?
Oh, come on, I got this.
I thought I called on Anneliese. Did you have
You
an
did,
answer?
and then she didn't talk.
She didn't talk. Are you Anneliese?
Because I
are you
didn't hear you.
Oh.
Oh,
She
are
didn't
you
hear the
having a
question.
stroke?
I mean, you know, she's, hey, well, I'll go for it.
Signal if you're having a stroke. All right. We're going to call on Rob, but
But we're worried about you, Anneliese.
yes. Whose catchphrase?
Alfred E. Newman.
Thank you.
Oh, I thought you were calling on me. Sorry.
So what? That about wraps it up.
That wraps it up.
So
and
who
we,
is the winner?
We have a clear winner just by a hair. It is Jim.
Oh, congratulations.
I've got a hair? Hallelujah. Oh, wait.
Now,
Thank
Jim
you,
will
thank
be-
you, thank you.
The consequences of Jim winning is he will have to return in a month or two for the semifinals. He will also receive a prize package of audiobooks and ebooks and maybe other stuff we don't even know yet.
By our many sponsors. So it is a rich,
And
bountiful prize package.
we just want to say congratulations for defeating your rivals, the non-winners, Anneliese and Rob.
And for Anneliese and Rob, we have a consolation punishment, which is you get an electronic copy of our book.
Oh,
well
yay.
as to do better in the future.
To teach you that there are
You
consequences.
better read this.
Yes.
And then we expect you to read it and write a review of it to really drive home
So,
the needs
so
of the
basically, there's an essay.
Yeah, you get homework for losing. Yeah, for non-winning.
Whereas the
I'm trying to be
consequences are, I've got to do
politically
this again? Wait, nobody told me that.
Yeah, you quote unquote won, Jim, but you don't have homework except to come back and compete again with a crowd of also winners
Yes.
instead of people like Anneliese and Rob.
And
So-
for
We're also losers.
Yeah, it's real they're
Rob,
non.
you've got the,
I
you've got
guess.
the double hit of having to live close to
This
Ron.
time around.
All right. I do want to thank you all for coming, though. Thank you to all our contestants, and I urge everyone who watches to buy and or read stuff that they are in or
Yes.
wrote.
And for those of you watching live, stay tuned because we have Talking Indie Mayhem coming up next, an in-depth dive where we review each and every question asked here. It's a 7-hour show. It's hosted by
Madilynn Dale.
and it's going to be
You'll learn everything about the show. It's amazing. It's a miracle. I do also want to thank our sponsors, though, before we leave. And please, I encourage everyone to please buy their stuff,
Yes.
too.
I'd like to thank ourselves. The show would not have been possible without ourselves.
Yeah, I very much thank ourselves.
We could
And-
not have had a game show today without a game show.
There you go. All right. If you are not watching the show live, please follow the link to Talking Indie Mayhem. And other than that, have a great week. We'll see you next Tuesday.
Don't forget, it's always time to go indie now.
Good one.